Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I just wanted to quickly go into some perfumes that I'm thinking of letting go. However, I want to give them a fair shot before I make that decision. So I guess you could say that these perfumes are officially on the chopping block, and let's see how they work. I just don't want to keep things longer than I have to. I have a lot of endocrine disruptors. I have a lot of hormonal issues. I haven't even been wearing a lot of strong perfume. That's why I'm trying to really get a sense of what works for me, because I'm very sensitive to scent. There's just been a lot going on in my personal life, and I have a lot to say and that I don't because I know like there's a lot of it I can't talk about. And you know, it's difficult. It's difficult. I cannot ever assume that I'm anonymous on any platform. And I just don't want people at my work finding my channel. I know this is something similar happened to the Simple Chic Life. So I just don't want to, I don't want that sense of anonymity to betray me. I just haven't felt up to filming, to be honest with you, because there's just been a lot of unresolved stuff happening in my life that I haven't really been able to address in terms of getting help. I don't have that kind of money where I can afford a therapist. So I'm trying to just limit my news watching, limit my purchases because they cause me anxiety. Spending money causes me anxiety, and looking at clutter gives me anxiety. So that's why I've just been really doing everything that I can within the means that I do have to really make sure that I'm taking care of my mental well-being as much as possible. There have just been so many bad days this past year. This has been a very rough year for me, and I'm trying to make the best of it. I'm about to enter a course here soon to get my CompTIA certification. I'm on my way to getting my CompTIA certification, Security Plus, and I'm super pumped about that. I'm just really wanting to make sure that I don't slip like I did in the past, because, you know, unforeseen life circumstances happened where I had to drop my studies, and that can't happen again. I'm not gonna let it happen again. So yeah, that's why mental health is king for me this year and all years going forward, and limited human contact is vital to my survival. So I hate to say it, but it's just I need to get therapy before I can think about building friendships, getting into a new relationship. Yeah, it's just imperative. After I finish talking with you all about perfumes that are on the chopping block, I'm actually going to go and do grocery shopping, not for myself. I've been doing some grocery delivery things here and there for some extra cash. I will say that it doesn't pay a lot. And I have been really cautious with my mileage that I do with this app, because it will easily send you, listen, I have a lot of criticisms of this app. Much like I have a lot of criticisms of Mercari, but Mercari is just another beast in and of itself. I don't even mess with Mercari anymore. Let's now get into the perfumes that are on the chopping block. So I have them all up on my dresser, and let's go. The first perfume is by none other than Reminiscence. Oh, everyone, I must say that this is a beautiful fragrance, and I love the idea of it. I love the concept, but the way that I love the way it smells out of the bottle. But the two times that I've worn it this past year, I think I made the mistake of wearing it during warmer months, and it just had this my skin just adopted this very musty, sweet smell. After a few hours of wearing it, I smelled like I had been sweating, and it smelled like this sickly sweet aroma, and which was this fragrance. So I need to apply this in colder weather just to see how it works for me, because I did not like it in the warm months. I got this fragrance at the beginning of, I think, March of 2024. It's a very almond marzipan forward fragrance. It's very delicate, it's very ladylike, and very French. So it might do better in the French climate as opposed to the US climate, the southern climate in the US. I think the climate does have a lot to do with how fragrances perform. Let me know if you think that that's BS or if you think that there is some merit to that, because, you know, some fragrances I just love smelling right out of the bottle, but as soon as I wear them out, especially if they're more popular in other countries, mainly France, they just smell really strange on me. So I think it might have something to do with the humidity of North Carolina. But yeah, this took on a very sweet, musty smell on my skin. Very just, ugh, no, not a pleasant sweetness. And one time I wore it out, and one time I wore it when I was in the heat. When I was in a heat, like when I had my heater on, and I just wore it to bed one night, and I woke up and it smelled bad. So this smelled a lot better during the cooler months of March and April of last year. So I'll take a gander at how it smells in this next couple of weeks, and I'll report my findings to you all and let you know whether or not it works better in winter as opposed to spring, summer, and fall. But this might be one of those instances where I just have to get rid of a fragrance that works only for one season, just based upon the fact that we don't really get much of a winter here, and when we do, I like to pull for other fragrances other than this. So especially like even for bedtime. So as beautiful as this is, and as much as I love it out of the bottle, and as much as I love it on my skin during cooler months, I can't keep fragrances around that can only be worn for such a brief duration of time throughout the year. So this very well may be leaving my collection very soon. But oh my gosh, I just love it. I do have a lotion that I like to pair with this, and I bought them at around the same time, and it was complete happenstance that I discovered that they would be the perfect combo, and they are for the cooler months. And that lotion I'm talking about is Troika Body Emulsion from House of Gloy. They are an indie company, and they specialize in very gourmand-centric body care and perfume oils and hair oils. They have pumpkin butters that are phenomenal. I cannot get over the quality and how hydrating. They're vegan. They have good ingredients. So their pumpkin butters I wholeheartedly recommend. If you can find them on a sale, they do retail for $10, but if you can find them on a sale, I totally recommend them. I did actually buy a couple of mine for $10. I do think that they are worth $10. But if you want to try to save some money, they do have sales at the end of each season. I think at the end of each season. So yeah, this pairs beautifully with Troika from House of Gloy. It's just that, you know, might be too brief of a duration of time that I can wear it, so may not be worth keeping. This next fragrance is a perfume oil. This is the only adaptation of Miss Dior that I have ever bought. I never got the chance to smell Miss Dior's Cherie, surprisingly, because I wasn't into perfume back then. Like a pomegranate, berry, rose, musk. It's very unique, and it has the exact same performance as the Eau de Parfum did. And I'm very I'm very iffy about parting with this because it is discontinued. The whole Absolutely Blooming range is discontinued. I don't know what they're thinking. It's a beautiful scent, but fruity florals, I don't know. I'm just gonna wait for spring before I try this out again. Sometimes it just sits a little too sweet on my skin. It develops beautifully. I enjoy it when I'm wearing it, but I don't know. I just have a couple fragrances that are kind of similar that I prefer, you know? So even though this is beautiful, this is on the chopping block. It's a little too girly for me. I'm trying to exude more sophistication. Yes, it's very sophisticated. It's very elevated and classy. I wish it had some depth to it though. It is a little bit coquette-ish, right? It's very coquette, it's very flirty, and I'm not saying it's childish, no, but it's just, I don't know. I don't really consider it a serious fragrance. I consider it for somebody a little bit younger than myself. I am 33, I just turned 33, so yeah, maybe something a little bit for a little bit younger of a demographic, but I think it is a little too young for me. And this next one, I am contemplating keeping it, but I very well may get rid of it. This is Armaf Club de Nuit Woman. This is a beautiful rose, jasmine, patchouli. Very similar to Coco Mademoiselle. This is smoother. It's smoother. I get a little bit of a pool cleaner vibe from other dupes that I've smelled that were supposed to be duping Coco Mademoiselle, including Oil Perfumery, which was crazy because they usually are very touted, very well doted upon for being one of the very few brands that have fragrances that are closest to the original fragrances that they're replicating. But Coco Mademoiselle from Oil Perfumery, for some reason, just didn't, it missed the mark for me. It smelled like pool cleaner and chlorine. Like it was, This one's beautiful. It's very well blended. It has beast mode performance. I definitely think that I can wear this to work. However, it's strong, and I think I can only get like one spray from this without being called into the HR office because this fragrance is really that strong. It's really very strong. So I may be getting rid of this. I'm not sure yet. So we'll see. We will see. And then lastly, I would like to talk about this Rose Gourmand fragrance from Zara. I purchased this around the time it was first released, and I'm afraid to get rid of it because it's so nuclear. Like, it's the original formula, and I've heard multiple times from multiple people that they messed with the formula over the past couple of years, and now it's just not the same as it used to be, which is a shame. It's so beautiful. But I can only wear it in the dead of winter. And even when I can wear it, sometimes it just spikes my anxiety. It is so strong, so nuclear. It wears exactly like a menthol fragrance would. And menthol and my sinuses do not mix. I did used to own Intense Tiare and Intense Cafe, but I am selling them. I haven't listed them yet. They are currently in temperature controlled storage. I can't wear them. They're too strong. They're too much for my nose to handle. So this is much the same. It is beautiful. I think it's closer to Rose's Vanille from Mancera than it is Intense Cafe from Montal. Yeah, it doesn't really have that coffee vibe that I get with Intense Cafe from Montal, and I can only, even though I had the Ristretto Intense Cafe, which I found beautiful, I have Delina Exclusive, And the dry down on Delina Exclusive is very similar to the dry down on Ristretto Intense Cafe. So that's another reason why I decided to get rid of Ristretto. And this one, it's got its own thing going on. It's not like too similar to Delina Exclusive, but it's still very, it's too much, right? It's too much. There's something in this that messes with my, it just gives me a headache, and it spikes my anxiety so like tenfold. So I can't wear it. Not even one spray. Like, it's just, even one spray is too much. It's just too much. This is the most nuclear Zara fragrance I've ever tried. A lot of people love that. I like the theory of it. That's all I'm gonna say. Yeah, those 4 are on the chopping block. And even though they're all beautiful, I need to really assess what I'm gonna do with them. I don't want to sell Rose Gourmand because that's one of the OG formulas, but if I'm not gonna wear it, why am I gonna keep it? Like, why keep it, right? So anyway, I think at least one of them has a pretty good chance of staying, and that is the Armaf Club de Nuit Woman. This has a pretty good, I think this has the highest chance of all in terms of the one like that I'll keep, but that could change. I don't know. So anyway, I'm going to go out and get some money made with this grocery delivery app, and I will talk to you all in the next video. Hope you take care. I'll try to pump out more of these perfume videos more often. It's just that I've been going through a lot. We'll just leave it at that, and I hope to see you all in the next video. Stay blessed and stay safe, and hope you all have a happy new year.